Hi, this is Matthew. I'm going to talk about the next Beach Boys album, Shutdown Volume 2. Yes, it says Volume 2. There is a Volume 1, which I'll go over first because it's not really a Beach Boys album. They're on it. It's a compilation album of other surfing type artists that Capitol put out in the same year. But it's not really a Beach Boys album, but they're on it. So I'll go look at it and see what's on this one. Let me go back up to that particular section because I'm like, why is it called that? Let me try to go find it again really quick. There it is. Let's go see who's all on here, what bands we're looking at here. Shut Down is the Beach Boys first. Does it have sides? It does. Okay, yeah, Beach Boys is first with Shut Down. Chicken, the Cheers, followed by Wide Track, the Superstocks. Never heard of these groups. Apparently this album did very well, but I don't know these artists at all, besides the Beach Boys so far, but it did do well, this Shut Down Volume 1. Brontosaurus Stomp is the Pilltown Men. Four on the Floor is the Superstocks again. So they got 2 tracks so far. Black Denim Trousers in Motorcycle Boots by the Cheers. Side 2 has, let's see here, 409 by the Beach Boys, so they get one on each side. And then Street Machine, the Superstocks again. The Ballad of Thunder Road, Robert Mitchum. Hot Rod Race, Jimmy Dolan. Car Trouble, the Eligibles, and then Cheater Slicks, the Superstocks. The only 2 songs I know are the 2 Beach Boys songs. I've never heard of any of the other ones. I don't think I can even find this. I'll have to see, but it could be good. I just don't know those band names or what the songs are, but I like kind of surfy, beachy stuff sometimes like that. So it could be good, but I don't know. We'll move on to the Beach Boys, though. They did do that one. And I guess they had lost the tapes to this, but I guess they found the master tapes so they could make some stereo mixes, and there were some outtakes that they didn't have, which is good. I guess a fan had it. And this is, of course, without David Marks. He departed from the part with. He disagreed with Mary Wilson, so he left. And yeah, did very well. Got to number 13. The only single was, of course, where did it go? It was backed with. Yeah, it was just. Where'd it go? Fun, back with Why Do Fools Fall in Love. So that was the version. Really, yeah, pretty good album. More, complex harmonies from Brian Wilson again, and you've got some other, car type tunes and different things on here, and some kind of humorous little things that one kind of doesn't work, and the other one kind of does. It's interesting. But yeah, it's a cool album anyway. We open up with, of course, Fun. Even though it's, there's no actual song name here. Just Shutdown Volume 2, but just because Shutdown was used on the other, but not on here. No Shutdown at all. Other new songs. No reused material, nothing. All new tracks. So Fun starts it out. Of course, Brian Wilson and Mike Love, with Mike Love on the vocals again. And then Don't Worry Baby, that great song. Brian Wilson and Roger Christian wrote it with Brian Wilson. Great song. Great song. In the Parking Lot, also known as The Parking Lot. Brian Wilson and Roger Christian. Mike Love. Cassius Love versus Sonny Wilson, of course, play on boxer things. This is a weird deal. It is them talking with clips of some of the tunes that they have obviously re-recorded the vocals for, but the instrumental track is the same. They're singing over it at times. They are kind of roasting each other, mostly Mike Love and Brian Wilson, talking about like their singing ability, and I think Dennis and Carl Wilson get involved also. No El Jardine, I don't think. It's a very forced, scripted thing that is kind of awkward, but it's sort of funny, but kind of not funny. But I don't know who exactly made them do this, if they did this, or if the label made them, or this was a Murray Wilson thing. It would have been better if they'd just done it spontaneously, because it would have been a lot funnier. They needed somebody to play a practical joke or something and just run the tape. But yeah, it's very forced. Saying I don't really understand exactly what the point was of this awkward humor exchange that is sort of funny but not funny at the same time. I don't know how best to explain it. Brian Wilson almost fumbles one of his lines at one point. They would probably have had to have retaken the whole thing, or at least that section, probably the whole thing, because you couldn't do little sections. You would have had to have recorded the whole darn thing over again. So that would have been annoying. Obviously, I think the musical bits were edited together later. I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of funny, but kind of not. But I don't know exactly what the point was for this one. But yeah, it's on there. It's kind of interesting to listen to. It says Love and Dennis it says Mike Love and Dennis Wilson, or Brian Wilson. Yeah, yes, kind of who. I guess they wrote it together. That's weird. Okay, I don't really get the whole thing. Yeah, this is a group comedy sketch for vocals, but I don't know, just kind of awkward. I'm not sure what they thought that. Yeah. Not sure what the thing was with this one, but it's here to listen to anyway. The Warmth of the Sun, that great track, is next with Wilson and Love writing it, and of course Brian Wilson on the vocals, of course. This Car of Mine is the ending track of side one. Brian Wilson and Mike Love with Dennis Wilson gets a vocal here. Hasn't had one for a while, but he's got one now. Then we jump to side two, and we go to Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Which is the cover of, Frankie Avalon, I believe. No, that's not right. I lost his name. Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. That's it. George Leitner wrote that. Right ear, wrong person. Yeah, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers song. It gets covered. With Brian Wilson on vocals. Pretty good little cover. I think pretty much the same tempo, different instrumentation. It's a little different, maybe a little faster than that original version. And then we have Pom Pom Playgirl. Brian Wilson and Gary Usher wrote that one with Carl Wilson and Mike Love on it. So Carl gets a vocal next to Dennis. So that's cool. Everybody gets a vocal here, at least the main people do. No El Jardine on vocals, but I don't know that he ever sings, so I'm not sure. Maybe in the 70s? I don't know. We'll see when we get to that section. We're not there yet. But at least the cousin and all the brothers get to have vocals on this one. And then we go to Keep an Eye on Summer. Brian Wilson and Bob Norberg, another, I guess, co-writer individual. I've not seen him before, I don't think. Brian Wilson and Mike Love were on that one. And then Shutdown Part 2. Carl Wilson wrote this one. And it's an instrumental track. It's kind of cool. Go Carl for writing some instrumental there. And yeah, pretty cool things. And then Louie Louie, the cover of the Kingsmen. Richard Berry wrote that one, but I'm assuming it's probably the Kingsmen's cover. There's an older one, but it's much slower. But this is clearly the kind of covering that Kingsman version that came out year or so before. I think the year before in '63. I think around there anyway. That time frame. So a lot of people were covering that one at this point. I think Paul Revere and the Raiders even cover it. Probably some other people that I don't know about have covered this, but yeah. And Carl Wilson and Brian Love do the vocals here. And then a really random thing called Denny's Drums. And that's exactly what this is. It is literally Dennis Wilson doing a drum solo randomly out of nowhere. I'm not sure where this came from or what it is, but it's that was the funniest thing to me, because it's just some drum solo in the middle of nowhere. I thought that was kind of funny, and he does a good drum solo. Dennis Wilson, of course, an instrumental. More like drums. I mean, it's an instrumental, but it's just drums. There's nothing else playing. It's just Dennis Wilson doing a drum solo out of nowhere. So you get two comedy things, well, kind of comedy bits on side too. I think it's comedy, but it's not very long. It's just like, 1 minute and 56 seconds. So just a little drum solo that Dennis Wilson just sort of, I don't know where it came from, but it's here. Does a good job on it, though. I wish it was longer. So he could have really, done a bunch of fills and fancy stuff that he didn't get to do, but it was fun. I like it. You think to play out of pure randomness out of nowhere? What's that from? I liked it, but yeah. Something worked better than that other roasting thing that was making fun of boxers. I don't know. It was weird, but I like this little thing. Oh, our CD Risha bonus tracks from Yar Surfer Girl and this one from last time. Let's see if they're the same tracks. They might be. We'll go double check them. They probably are. We'll just see here what we've got. We've got, Fun, Fun, Fun again. The single version of that, which is a little different than the album version, which I wish that was on here anyway, because they are different, and I like the single version a little better. I guess I'll have to go track it down, because it's not here. It's pretty close. But yeah, it's annoying that it's not here. And then, of course, in Maroon, the German version is back. That would be fun to hear. And these are different tracks, kind of. But yeah, it would be fun to hear that German version. I've never heard that. And I do again, and then... yeah, that's it. Okay. No other bonuses, but... yeah, I wish that stuff was included on the streaming digital versions as bonuses, but they're not here. Why, I don't know, but they're not here. I wish they were. Personnel, we have Adrenaline backing vocals and bass guitar, electric rhythm guitar. It'd be interesting to see if Al gets to sing at any point. Make lovely vocals and backing vocals and tenor saxophone. Yeah, again. Usually just credited as sax, but it's definitely a kind of a tenor saxophone. I don't know if he played in band. Does anyone know? Was he a band kid? Was he a band geek like I am? Or was band nerd, whatever you want to call it. Did he play in band or something? In college, high school? I don't know. Brian Wilson lead vocals and backing vocals and piano and Hammond V3 organ. Awesome. Go Brian. Carl Wilson lead vocals, backing vocals, electric guitar, and that is all for Carl. Dennis just lead vocals, backing vocals, and drums, and floor tom. Nice. I like floor toms are cool. Additional people. We have some additional musicians this time. We didn't have them last album. Ray Pullman, a six-string bass guitar and bass guitar. I'm not familiar with who he is. Hal Blaine on drums and tambourine on beltry and percussion. And timpani. What the heck is a beltry? I've never played a beltry. I played pit and marching band. I never saw a beltry. Does anyone know what a beltry is? I'd like to know what a beltry is. I don't know what that is. And I played like tambourine. I did bass drum, cowbell, some gong. I did a ride cymbal one time. Ratchet. I did a cowbell. Sleigh bells one time. I said bass drum. I did a lot of tambourine, but That's my favorite. I play trombone otherwise, but that was what I did in marching band. So I had something to do because I tried to march with a friend of my brother's who became a friend of mine later, but that didn't work out so well. And I mean, it might have worked out, but it would have taken a lot of extra time that I did not want to do. Yeah. But the pit was fun. I enjoyed it. Don't regret it one tiny bit. But yeah, I don't know what a bell tree is. Steve Douglas, tenor saxophone. That's it. Yeah, there's some saxes here. Jay McLeory or something on tenor saxophone. Then Russell on piano and tack piano. Ooh. Is that the Leon Russell? I assume it is. That's cool. That is cool. If that's the same Leon Russell that of blues and fame of other later stuff on down the road. That is awesome. Bill Pittman, arch top acoustic guitar, something like that. I don't know what that means. That's neat. Whatever that. I don't know what kind of guitar that is. An acoustic guitar, yes, but it says arch top or something. I don't know. Tommy Tedesco, electric guitar. Jimmy Bond, double bass. Frankie Cap, a glockenspiel on temple blocks and castanets. Oh, that's neat. Those are some fun things to say. I have seen wood blocks. I didn't play them. I've seen them. I've never seen a glockenspiel, and I've never messed with castanets. I've seen them. I never did do shaker because I couldn't get that motion down. I just could not. Oh, I did play maracas too once. That was a disaster. I just played them anyway. There's so much else going on. I hope nobody noticed me way back in the day. Oh well. Yeah, I did. I played them anyway. I didn't care. Deloria on piano, plus Johnson tenor sax again, tenor saxophone, and that is it. So lots of interesting people, including Leon Russell on the track. Yeah, neat. Liner notes are cool. Yeah. I guess yeah. I mean, I know Apple. Some streamers have them. Apple Music does. Probably others, but yeah, they're fun. They're hard to get to. But I'm glad there's something on Wikipedia that at least kind of shows who's playing what and where. Yeah, good album. Nice album. Some good songs. Some great Brian Wilson stuff. Continuing to change and evolve. A little bit of comedy, some instrumentals, some drum solo going on. So, yeah. Pretty cool album to start out 64. And, yeah, I think that's all I could think of to talk about for the album. I did like it, of course. They're all pretty good. If you like surfer things, speech stuff, car stuff, and then, of course, hearing nice vocal stuff from Brian Wilson as he improves, and kind of writing more ballady, more introspective stuff as we go along here, changing what he's writing about, but still kind of helping the other people out too. But yeah, that's it for that one. We'll go to All Summer Long next, which is, of course, a song. In 64, we'll head there next time and see what's going on with that one. When I do another one of these, I will see you guys in another video. It's New Year's Eve right now, December 31st, 2025, so it'll be the new year when I make the next one. So I guess Happy New Year early. Probably late if you've seen this, but it's New Year almost, so I will see you guys in another video.